Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 781st battle that I've put on our Brotherhood YouTube channel. Now, this is the first ever Barbarian Invasion bridge battle that I've ever put on our YouTube channel. Okay, the first Barbarian Invasion battle, bridge battle here that I've put on our channel. And as you can see there, there's the bridge there. Okay, I always think it looks pretty good. Bearing in mind these graphics are about 18 years old. I still think they're not too bad really for that age. And there's the shallow water crossing there. Okay, now at the moment when we play this on this particular map, we always have 40k no rules. Well, I'm thinking about introducing one rule to this particular battle, and it's to do with the crossing and the bridge. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about this a little bit later on. About the rule change that I'm thinking about bringing in. As I say, it's usually 40k no rules, but I'm thinking about bringing in one rule change, and I'd like you to put your thoughts in the comments about this rule change I'm going to bring in. But we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Okay, so our first teammate here is our brand new Brotherhood member Spark, and he has bought the Burgundi faction. Now Spark has got 5 archers, 2 artillery, 2 berserkers, 7 chosen axemen, and 4 cavalry. Okay, so as I say, we're all still learning Barbarian Invasion, but I just thought it was nice to see our brand new member Spark here with his Burgundi army. He's got his chosen axemen there. Remember that these axes are effective against armor and can cut wide swathes through heavily armored troops like Roman infantry, so they're always well worth bringing them with good upgrades. And then you've got the archers, and he's gone for the chosen archers. These are mid-range, well-armoured archers, or you can have the Lombard archers, which are long-range, but very poor defence with no armour on at all. So he's decided to go for the mid-range archers here with good armour, so good defence there. Okay, as I say, you got a choice of archers with them. And here you can see he's bought the Burgundian Lancers. Okay, now these are unusual cavalry because they're heavy cavalry, okay, but they got the speed of light cavalry. Okay, so you've got a good combination here, heavy cavalry but fast moving. And if you notice there, count the upgrades, 9 upgrades, fully upgraded Burgundian Lancers, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack there. So I think that looks a pretty good army to me there, and it'll be interesting to see how well Spark handles that army during the course of the battle. Okay, our next teammate is someone who's called himself OTD Chimrazig, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. Now he's got 10 comitatenses, 3 archers, 4 artillery, and 1 horse archer unit. Okay, so if you notice there, he's basically, apart from his cavalry general unit there, he's got no cavalry, and he's got his horse archer there, but no heavy cavalry there. So there's his comitatenses there. Okay, they throw pilas there. Okay, and they've got good long range in this game. And if you notice there, it's an eagle unit. Okay, so he's got 10 of these, so that's a heck of a lot of morale boost for the army. They're kind of morale boosting each other, if you like. So they will take a lot of break in there, because there's so much morale going on. And then he's gone for the elite Eastern archers there. These are well armoured, long range, do a lot of damage archers, and they are in the elite archer bracket there. Okay. And here's something I wanted to show you, the religious unit that he's bought. Now, morale is important in both Rome Total War and Barbarian Invasion, but morale is a lot more, it seems, a lot more important in Barbarian Invasion. So to bring a religious unit that boosts your morale is a really good tactical move. We used to get a lot of widespread mass routing when we first started to play this game, and that was because we didn't understand how important morale was on Barbarian Invasion. So bringing a religious unit is a good tactical move on this game, and that's what you can see he's done there. And there he's got an Imperial Household cavalry unit there. I think, let's have a look at that. There's his general, Imperial Household Bodyguard unit. There's one of the toughest units, cavalry units in the game. These guys are. Check out the specifications. They're the Imperial Household Bodyguard unit there. And he's got his Hippotoxotai, I think that's how you pronounce it, Hippotoxotai horse archers there. Okay, Hippotoxotai, I think. And they're fast moving, can do a lot of damage. And you can see they're quite well armoured as well. So I think that's a pretty well put together Roman army there. From Scorpion King. Our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who's bought the Roman Western Empire faction. I've got 5 spears, 6 comitatenses, 4 plumbarturi, and 4 artillery. Okay, so that's my army there. As I say, I've got plumbarturi and, as I say, the comitatenses there. If we have a look at these guys here, though, these make up a good chunk of my army there, and that's the Auxilia Palatina. Okay, these can form a shield wall, and as you can see, because they carry spears, they're anti-cavalry. Okay, and I usually make them into a shield wall in front of my main battle formation there. Those of you that watch our battle videos have seen me do this before. See how well armoured they are. And as I say, they do form a great shield wall. And then I usually put the comitatenses in behind the shield wall so they can throw their missiles over the shield wall into enemy troops. And then I usually put the plumbarturi at the back of my battle formation there, because they've got good long range and they throw loads and loads of those AOR. Can you see those effective against armoured darts called plumbarti? The unit's called plumbarturi, and that's because they throw plumbarti effective against armour darts there. Okay, and there also I've got an Imperial German bodyguard unit there. Okay, I'll just bring this one cavalry unit because I just want to try, and sometimes I'm a bit of a nuisance with one fast-moving cavalry unit. It can cause disruption and upset into the enemy there, so that's why I bought that fast-moving cavalry unit. So there's our team. It should be a cracking battle for you to watch. Hope you enjoy it. And here is the other team. We have TAOW Bubbler. Okay, now Bubbler's got the Eastern Empire army there. He's got 5 cavalry, 4 comitatenses, 6 archers, and 5 artillery in his army. TAOW Bubbler's been playing with us on Barbarian Invasion for a while now. If you notice the upgrades on that comitatensis unit there, you see it was fully upgraded. There's his general there. Look, I think it looks quite colourful there, and his purple cloak. But as I say, I'm not sure, but I think it might be the first time I've ever seen a fully upgraded comitatensis unit. Believe me, with the defence they've got on there, I mean, that must probably give them something like a 31-32 defence. So make no mistake, this unit will be difficult to kill with those kind of upgrades on them there. And as you can see, the rest of his army are all hiding in the woods there. Okay, so as I say, it'd be interesting to see how well he handles that army during the course of the battle. Their second teammate is Brotherhood member TR. Now TR has got 3 elephants, 3 artillery, and an assortment of other units there that he's got hiding in the woods. Okay, and there you can see that's TR's general unit there. There's the general there, as you can see, and these guys are the Clibinari Immortals. Okay, now as you can see, they carry bows, so they're horse archers, but if you alt attack them, they use effective against armor maces. And check out the specifications of that unit. One of the toughest units in the game. Some people say it's probably the toughest cavalry unit in the game. And there you can see the elephants there. The war elephants there, so they've got a mass of hit points, and they've got archers on their backs there. They got a huge fear factor and a big charge as well. And what we've noticed in this game, these elephants seem to be maybe more powerful than they are on RTW. I've noticed in a couple of battles where elephants have been bought, they've kind of turned the battle around and rout lots of units. And I see he's got 3 units of elephants there, so that would be interesting to see how well TR handles them during the course of the battle. Of course, most of his units are hiding in the woods. And their last teammate is Brotherhood member Aurelius, who's got the Alemanni faction. Now Aurelius has got 13 golden band infantry, 3 artillery, and 4 cavalry. Now there's the golden band. Can you see why they're called golden band? Because of course the golden band, like kind of belt they wear around their waist. These are elite heavy infantry. Okay, there. And let's have a look at the upgrades he's put on them. My guess is he's put up good upgrades on 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, fully upgraded golden band infantry there. 3 experienced stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Be interesting to see how well this infantry performs. We don't often see golden band infantry in our battle. They usually bring chosen axemen there, so it'd be interesting to see what happens. And of course, most of his units are hiding in the woods there. Okay, so there you are. Can you see there? So we've got Rome with Bubbler there. we've got the Sassanids with TR, and we've got the Alemanni with Aurelius. This should be a cracking battle for you to watch, and I really hope you enjoy it. Okay, at this stage of the battle, I'm wanting to discuss with you the thought of adding one rule to our battles. As I say, normally it's a 40k no rules battle, but I'm seriously thinking about adding one rule to this battle, and I've got a very good reason for that, as I will explain to you here. Let's say the bridge crossing and the shallow water crossing are the only two crossings in this on this map, so they're very kind of important here. And what I was going to say was, if you block the bridge with, say if you were playing with on RTW and you put some Spartans there, okay, no matter how many troops that we would bring across that bridge to attack, say 3 Spartan units there, we can't break through. I could put 20 infantry units across that bridge trying to attack 3 Spartan units there, say that we're holding, but can you see how narrow the actual bridge is there? So no matter how many infantry I'm bringing down that bridge, there's only a narrow actual battlefield there, if you see, and 3 Spartan units could stop an entire army from coming across that bridge and kill them all, as we've seen in other battles, those of you that have played bridge battles before. And here you can see on the shallow water crossing, once again, imagine 3 Spartan units there, just sat there, and you could bring 20 units of infantry across that shallow water crossing, and because it's such a narrow battlefront there, the number of troops you bring is just nullified there, neutralized if you like, by the narrow battle field actually there, like, you know, with a narrow crossing there is, if you see what I mean. So what I'm thinking about doing is bringing a rule in saying no blocking of the bridge. Now you imagine here, if we come across the bridge here with 20 infantry units, and as I say, you could pile them all the way up that road there, and if there's just, say, 3 pike units or spear units there of the enemy, you won't get through. And then how boring is that? You know, those of you that have played bridge battles in the past, how many times have you been playing bridge battles? I thought, how boring is this? Because no matter what you try, you can't break through units that are defending the bridge and shallow water crossing there. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. I was thinking about bringing a rule in of no blocking the bridge or the shallow water crossing. I'd like your thoughts on this. Please put your thoughts in the comments there. I mean, you could say it's a valid tactical move to block the bridge and the water crossing if you're going to go defensive, but then it spoils the game because the enemy team have got no chance of getting over to the other side there to fight your troops. Now just imagine if this team here put all its troops up on the hill there, and especially if they've got barbarian troops, which would get the woods bonus, plus they get the hill bonus as well. Look, can you see? So you imagine if the enemy team all got up here on the hill with barbarian troops in the woods for the woods bonus, and then just left the crossings open, then our team could come across on the crossings and attack. Okay, we'd still have to attack uphill, but at least the game would be enjoyable rather than just being stuck on the bridge or a shallow water crossing. Do you see what I mean? And our team here, like we've done in the past, those of you that's watched our battle videos, we could put a team there, like, we could form up there and leave the crossings open, and the enemy could come across here and attack us with us formed up there, which we've done in the past on RTW in a bridge battle. So as I say, what I'm thinking here is bringing in one rule, and that is no blocking of the bridge or the shallow water crossing. And I just like, you know, those of you that are watching this, you know, please put your thoughts in the comments there, because blocking the shallow water crossing and the bridge just stops the game dead, because once an enemy have done that, there's no way that the other team's going to get across the bridge or the shallow water crossing. We shoot all our artillery at each other until we run out of ammunition, and then we just sit there looking at each other. In the past, many years ago, I remember that we terminated a game because nobody could win it. So what do you think? Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, we've literally just pressed start here. You'll see that Scorpion King, being his usual aggressive attacking self here, is taking his Roman horse archers across the bridge here to attack the other team straight away. Like, as soon as he goes across there, as I say, we literally just pressed start there. So you can see Scorpion King being very, very aggressive there and bringing his general unit over here as well, harassing, haranguing, causing casualties to the enemy right from the beginning of the battle there. Okay, you'll see here that the enemy have put a spear unit out, a levy spear unit out, but of course with spears they're anti-cavalry, so Scorpion King won't want to get involved with that spear unit there with any cavalry there. If you notice here, can you see that the enemy are actually shooting boulders there from their artillery at his horse archers and his general unit there. Okay, so that's okay with us because we don't mind them shooting, using their artillery ammunition up on fast moving units, because they probably won't cause a lot of casualties there. Okay, so you can see the horse archers are going off to the right there. So obviously Scorpion King's got a tactical reason for doing that, taking that unit over there. Now here I think he's paying a lot of attention to his horse archer unit and forgot about his general unit here, because they're just going to get smashed. Bang! As that Clibinari Immortal unit just smashed into that general unit there. Okay, so if you notice here, can you see that both of them now are using effective against armor maces there? Can you see, if you look closely there, can you see, there you are, that Scorpion King's general unit there, that he was using a light spear, he's using an effective against armor mace, and here, look, can you see that the Clibinari Immortals, they're using their effective against armor maces as well. Okay, so there's a mace on mace effective against armor battle going on there, as you can see. And I just thought you might find that interesting there. Can you see that as Scorpion King's cavalry is running away, some of his cavalry are still holding their maces and others are still holding their spears. Okay, so they just in transition, if you like, from going from their maces to the spear, because remember, they have to be alt attacked to use their effective against armor maces. Their main weapon there is the spear. And as I just thought you might find that interesting there. He's going to take that unit, I would think, straight back across the bridge. Yep, and his horse archer unit is all the way over here now. Now he may well be taking this horse archer unit over here, maybe to get round behind the rear of the enemy, to maybe target the onager crews there, take out the artillery crews there. There's Bubblers. I think he's got 6 elite archer units there, the Eastern Roman archers there, shooting at that horse archer unit. You'll see that Scorpion King's lost a lot of troops there from that horse archer unit, probably caused by those archers there. And over here, you'll see there, I say, he's probably going to bring that horse archer unit round to maybe get in behind these artillery units there to try and take out those artillery units. Now here you can see Aurelius has brought a cavalry unit up here to the bridge, which are just stood there, and of course our allies archers are just going to shoot them down. Let's pause the game for a second. So there, remember, these are 54-man units there, and he's just stood them there on this side of the bridge. And of course we've got long range elite archers on the other side there, those Eastern archers there, and they're just going to be saying thanks very much for that cavalry unit just stood there, and they're just going to shoot loads of arrows into it. So Aurelius needs to get that cavalry unit out of range there. Okay, you see that unit's been reduced to 42 men now, and he's just lost all that cavalry just for standing at that particular part of the bridge there. I'm not quite sure why that was there. Maybe he was trying to block Scorpion King's general from coming back across. Maybe that's what he was thinking there. But here's that horse archer unit there of Scorpion King's. As you can see, as we thought, he's got in behind the enemy with that fast moving horse archer unit there. And as I say, there you are, he's probably looking to target Bubbler's Roman onager crews here. He'd like to take them out with that horse archer unit, but I'm guessing there that the enemy team are going to be pretty switched on and are going to bring cavalry support over here to neutralise those horse archers there. There you are. You can see TR bringing a fast-moving Clibinari Immortal unit over there, and there you are. You can see Aurelius bringing his barbarian cavalry open. Notice they're in open order there to spread out more, to cover more ground, to kind of hoover up any enemy units there, like that horse archer unit. So that was a good bit of support there, I think, by Bubbler's allies there to protect his artillery. Okay. Now, I just wanted to show you something here. Can you see these enemy artillery there units? A couple of them has been taken out, but a couple of them are still fireable. If you notice, if you notice quite closely there, you'll see there. Can you see there's 2 artillery pieces there that are untouched? They're not damaged at all. And the simple reason for that is because a new Brotherhood member Spark just made a good tactical cavalry hit here. Okay, he's just brought his cavalry over and taken out the onager crews. As you can see that's an artillery piece would still be working there, and there as well. And at the back there, you'll see there's two artillery pieces there that could be used perfectly well there. But if you notice, they've got no crews because Spark has just brought that cavalry unit across the shallow water crossing and taken out the onager crews. Nice move there by Spark. So he's brought it across here, look, because probably the team were watching the other flank where Scorpion King's cavalry were, the horse archers and a general unit, and he's just brought this cavalry over in an opportunist tactical way and just took out 3 onager crews. Now there's a rallied onager crew there that could be reattached to an artillery unit. Okay, they can be reattached, but my guess is that Spark's going to take that unit out and then get over the crossing to get back to his the other side of the river there. Get ready for this. It's going to be a big impact. Get ready, and bang, as he smashes in there. So he's taken out that onager crew that could have been reattached to an artillery unit there. So he's really done a good job. He's taken out 3 onager crews here, and my guess is now he needs to get back onto that shallow water crossing and get back to the other side of the river now to stop that unit getting taken out. Right, let's just pause the game for a second there. So as I say, well done to Spark there. Good opportunist tactical move there. Brought that cavalry unit across, took out 3 onager crews. So well done to him. Over here you'll see Scorpion King once again bringing his cavalry general across. He spotted it's just archers there now, look. So he's thinking he's going to hit those archers before the enemy can get any support down to kind of neutralise his attack on those archers there. So well done to him. The cavalry are quite a long way away, or he may well be trying to bait the enemy cavalry to charge down towards his cavalry unit there, where they would come into artillery range. That could be another reason for doing this. Okay, so there you can see him attacking the archers, going for the archers there. And as I say, he may well be trying to draw enemy cavalry down here to chase him off, and then of course they would come into artillery range. Right, let's just pause again for a second here. So over here you can see, as I say, Spark came across, did the job that he wanted to, took out 3 onager crews, and is now returning to the other side of the river there. So that was a nice tactical move there. Took out 3 onagers there by taking out the crews. So well done to Spark there, did extremely well. And as I say, over here Scorpion King being causing a lot of disruption there with this fast moving cavalry unit. Looks like he's going to go back over the bridge there. Possibly, yeah, there you are. It's going to go back over the bridge. As I say, I think that would have been a good tactic there to try and draw down the enemy cavalry into artillery range there. That would have been a good tactic there. Meanwhile here, you can see we're firing and shooting fire pots into these golden band infantry of Aurelius's. If you notice at the moment they're in tight close formation. Imagine if a fire pot lands amongst them there, the casualties that could cause. But I'm thinking Aurelius will probably put these units into open order when he starts seeing the fire pots coming in there. You can see, whoa, those fire pots, that was close, wasn't it? They're hitting them there. As I say, watch out for Aurelius putting those units into open order, which is, there you are. Can you see? He's putting the units in open order. Remember, in both Barbarian Invasion and RTW, you put units into open order, they suffer less casualties from missiles, so that's what he's done there. But he can still be a target there for fire pots. Even in open order like that, he can still suffer a lot of casualties if we target him well there. Okay, and over here you see TR's onagers. He's moved them forward as well. Just to say, I've done an experiment on my onagers. I've put 2 stripes on them. Anyway, you can see TR's men here pushing the onager forward there to get into range. But on my onagers, I've put 2 stripes on. The only upgrades you can put on artillery are stripes. I've put 2 stripes on mine just to see if I can improve the accuracy of my my artillery there. But to be honest with you, what I found during the course of the battle, it didn't seem to increase the accuracy at all. My fire pots missed by miles for what I was aiming at. There you are. Let's see, I'm aiming at these 2 units here of Aurelius's, and my fire pots just absolutely missed them by a long way, and that's with 2 stripes on. So, and you can only put 1 more stripe on to fully upgrade them. So, as I say, I'm not sure if putting stripes on your artillery is a waste of money. I guess people have got different opinions on that, but from my experience, it doesn't seem to matter how many stripes you put on. It doesn't seem to me to increase the accuracy, but other people may well have different experiences with their artillery in that respect. As I say, here you can see I'm shooting fire pots at that infantry there, but really what I should be doing is concentrating on taking out the enemy artillery here with boulders. Remember, boulders are more accurate and they are ideal for taking out artillery here, and you can see the enemy team are using boulders on trying to take out our artillery. So as I say, I need to stop shooting at that infantry with fire pots, go to boulders and try and take out these two artillery pieces here. As I say, you can see that some of my onagers have already been taken out by boulder fire from the enemy troops, and as you can see now, I've turned my my onagers now to face the threat. There was one of my onagers just got taken out. I'm now using boulders now to try and target the enemy artillery at this time. Okay, as I say, artillery can be very, very important in Barbarian Invasion no rules battles. There, right here, you'll see that Bubbler looks like he's going to take a couple of his well upgraded elite archers across a shallow water crossing, and then all of a sudden he decides to change his mind. Can you see that? I'm not sure what he was thinking of doing there, but he's going to lose a few of his archers there, I would think, from our elite archers on the other side of the bank there. But I wasn't quite sure what the tactic was there, what he was thinking of trying to do there in taking his archers across that shallow water crossing with the archers that we've got there covering that. Okay, so as I say, at the moment what we're trying to do is just take out the enemy onagers with boulders there, and they're trying to take ours out. There was one of the enemy onagers we've just taken out. Look how close the boulders come to taking out that one onager there. So as I say, the boulders are a lot more accurate in comparison to the that nearly took it out, to the fire pots there. So as I say, boulders are ideal for trying to take out artillery there. As I say, here you can see we've managed to take out one of the onager units there. But you can see we are quite close. The boulders are quite close, a lot closer than what the fire pots would be here. And as I say, you can see the boulders coming. Oh, look at that! Just bounced in front of that. Oh, that's great. There you are. We've taken out that onager there, so that's good. That's both those onagers taken out. But here you can see Bubbler bringing his onagers into onto the battle as well now. So he's got 4 fresh onagers there. He's bringing forward, and that could make a difference. As I say, artillery can be very, very important on the 40k no rules battle, both on RTW and BI. Okay, at this stage of the battle, you can see that I'm moving my fast-moving Imperial cavalry unit there forward. Germanic household cavalry unit forward here. Now what I'm trying to do here with this cavalry unit is entice the enemy cavalry to come down here to try and chase me off, where they might get into artillery range. Okay, so this attack here with this cavalry unit is just haranguing there. And as I say, what I'm trying to do here is trying to, if I can, entice and encourage the enemy cavalry to come down here to try and block the bridge from cavalry attack, and of course come into artillery range. Okay, so that's why I've brought that cavalry unit across there. Okay, looking like I'm going to attack the archers that are there, and hopefully then, if that cavalry unit does come close to the bridge, if we're quick enough, we might get some fire pots off onto those cavalry units and cause them some damage. There you are. Can you see Bubbler is now bringing his cavalry units down the hill here to block the bridge. And you can see that the Alemanni general Aurelius has brought a cavalry unit over as well. Right, so now he would be in artillery range. Okay, make no mistake, he's in artillery range. He may well be even in archer range possibly, but he definitely would be in artillery range here. So that cavalry unit of mine charging over there did do what I wanted to. It has encouraged the enemy cavalry to come into range, but are we going to be quick enough to be able to hit it with fire pots and cause some casualties? I'm not sure, because the first time that one of our artillery pieces boulders or anything hits him, he's going to pull that cavalry back. There you are, look, he's now pulling that cavalry back, and we didn't really cause them any casualties. There you are, a couple of boulder units crashed into them there. There you are, maybe we've caused 4 or 5 casualties there, but maybe we didn't take full advantage of that there and hit them with fire pots. But he did move his cavalry back quite quickly there. But as I say, that was the tactic there for taking that fast-moving cavalry unit across the bridge. Here you can still see that Bubbler has still got some of his onagers left. There where he's got 2 there untouched, look, that he can still shoot his boulders into trying to take out our artillery. His cavalry here are still in range, look, of our artillery. You can see boulders getting pretty close to them, causing them casualties in some respects there. Okay, and over here, look, you can see all of a sudden Aurelius decides to charge his cavalry across the shallow water crossing. And the reason he's doing that is because he can see the enemy archers there. Look, you can see our archers over there, and what he's thinking there, if he gets his cavalry across there quick enough, he might be able to smash our archers there, and maybe even get round to our artillery. Okay, see how close he is there to coming across the water crossing there. Okay, so that's what I think he was thinking about doing, taking out there, and maybe, as I say, maybe getting to our artillery and taking out our onager crews. As you can see, I'm moving my whole Roman army down towards him there, and you'll see that Spartacus bringing his cavalry over as well to block that. So best thing for Aurelius to do now is pull his cavalry back, but he is going to lose casualties there. Obviously he's going to get casualties because obviously our archers are going to be shooting into him there. You can see Bubbler brought a cavalry unit across there as well, but now as they retreat, look, they're just going to suffer a lot of casualties there from our elite archers. I thought this was interesting, seeing the bodies here from that shallow water crossing, look, being carried by the river current down the river. Look, can you see the bodies floating there? I just thought that was quite interesting there. As I say, you can see the current flowing from left to right here and taking the bodies down towards the bridge. But as I say, the enemy have pulled their cavalry back now from that potential attack. But as I say, that was you can see that Scorpion King has brought a couple of his infantry units over here as well. But as we know, Scorpion King can be very aggressive here. Both Spark and Scorpion King, very tactical, very strategic, very attacking players there. And there's me, who's quite defensive. So maybe the three of us together make a good team there. Two aggressive attacking players and one, defensive player there. That could be a good team there. But as I say, here you can see Bubbler's artillery. They're still trying to target. Oh, did you see that fire pot hit? Whoa, that was a good fire pot hit. They're lucky though, because as I say, the fire pots are so inaccurate there. And here you can see Scorpion King once again is taking his cavalry general across the bridge, harassing, haranguing, disrupting there. He always does this, both on Rome Total War and, as you can see, on Barbarian Invasion with fast moving units. And now once again the enemy cavalry have come into range of our artillery and possibly our archers as well, so we can start inflicting hopefully casualties on the enemy cavalry there. You see fire pots going at them now straight away. There you are, you can see our fire pots coming in there. Ooh, is it going to cause any casualties? No. As I say, the fire pot's so inaccurate there. I mean, that cavalry is just asking to be hit by fire pots, but it's just so inaccurate there. We got kind of almost no chance in hitting them there. So anyway, you can see Bubbler pulling his cavalry back now. There, as you can see, and he's still got some of his onagers shooting at us there. Here you can see there's units there guarding the bridge. They're all spear units there of TRs, obviously anti-cavalry, as we said earlier. They're trying to put off Scorpion King's general from coming across the bridge, because obviously he doesn't want to tangle with anti-cavalry units there. Okay, you can see his general unit has been battle depleted, but he has used it very well. As I say, disruption, there is what he's very good at doing. Right now here you can see a couple of his archer units that have shot all their arrows. He's all to attack them there. They've drawn their little swords there as they run across the bridge there, trying to attack those spear units. But I think, if I remember correctly, our own artillery kind of causes them a few problems there. You can see fire arrows coming in, and it was going to lower their morale anyway. But can you see our fire pots? Bang, bang, and our own fire pots there. Look, they're caused them. We should have stopped firing straight away there as soon as those units went across the bridge there. But say those archer units have now been routed there, helped by our own artillery fire. So that's what they call it, blue on blue. Is that what I believe they call it? Friendly fire on friendly troops. Anyway, we've got some archers right on the riverbank here, targeting those spear units of TR. Okay, you can see those, as I say, those couple of spear units there that TR has put out to try and block cavalry coming across the bridge. They are now in archer range there. So that's good news for us. We can shoot them down. We don't mind doing that there. And you can see more fire pots coming across there, trying to hit those anti-cavalry spear units there. As I say, this is a cracking battle, the first ever bridge battle on Barbarian Invasion. Okay, at this stage of the battle, you'll see Scorpion King being his usual aggressive attacking self here, and taking a couple of his comitatenses across the shallow water crossing. Now I remember watching this and hoping that he can create a bridgehead on the other side of the shallow water crossing, and then we could get our troops across on this shallow water crossing there. And as I say, very aggressive, very attacking, but also very tactical and strategic. Remember, Scorpion King has been playing RTW the same as myself since it first came out. Now what I'm thinking here is Spark, who's also been playing RTW for many years, might follow that infantry up with his cavalry there as well. He may well do that. But as I say, Scorpion King, I remember just completely out of the blue, all of a sudden I saw these couple of units going across a shallow water crossing there. So there you go, there, and you can see the enemy have moved away from the shallow water crossing, enabling us to get units across the river there, so we can continue the battle. As I say, if there was a blocking force there that we couldn't get our troops across, and then the battle becomes a stalemate. And as I say, in the past I've been in bridge battles where the game has just been terminated because nobody could win, and we get back into the lobby and everybody says what a waste of time that was. So as I say, bringing a rule in of not blocking the shallow water crossing on the bridge, I think could be a good idea. Right, now here you can see that Spark here is bringing, as we thought, his cavalry across a shallow water crossing there, and you'll see that I'm bringing my infantry. Now here's something I thought you might find really interesting. Have you ever seen archers swimming? There you go. There's a Spark's archers there, look, and they're actually swimming there. How many of you actually seen units swimming on Barbarian Invasion? I think, to be honest with you, this was the first time I'd seen this. Or I've never noticed it before, if it has happened. But I just thought it was interesting. Look over the other side of the shallow water crossing. There you are. The archers swimming there, look, across to the other side of the bank there, onto the other bank. I just thought that was really interesting to see that. And as I say, how many of you watching this have seen actually units swimming on Barbarian Invasion? I just thought it was really interesting to see. Here you can see I'm getting my Red Roman army across onto the bank there. Hopefully to help establish a bridgehead there as we get across. Here you can see Scorpion King has got a couple of his units. He's moved forward there. And as I say, you've got Spark's cavalry there ready to join in, watching out for any cavalry coming out of the woods there at all to attack our troops. He's got his cavalry there ready to counter any move like that at all. So that's pretty good. Now also at the same time here, can you see Scorpion King's bringing the bulk of his infantry across the bridge crossing. So we're attacking on two fronts here, the shallow water crossing and the bridge crossing here. So the enemy now have got a choice. Are they going to try and block either one of us, or are they going to leave us to cross and form up on that hill? I think tactically it might be a good idea for the enemy to form up on the hill, hide their units amongst the trees. They've got the Alemanni there who will have a woods bonus. Remember, a bonus increases all your specifications there. So maybe if they get up on that hill, that might be a good tactical move for the enemy team, and then our team would have to attack uphill. I don't know what all of you were thinking there, but I just thought that might be quite a good idea there. So as I say, you can see my Red Roman army getting over there, and here you can see the archers there. I still find it quite amusing watching them swimming there. You can see my Red Roman army has now reached the other bank. And there you are, you might be able to see the archers actually swim to the bank there and then stand up. As I say, there you can see, there you are, you can see the archers there, they've swam to the other bank, and there you can see them standing up and now running onto the other bank there. So I just thought that was interesting to see the archers swimming. Right, you can see there, I've got the bulk of my Red Roman army there on the other flank. Here you can see TR bringing some of his cavalry here, his Sassanid cavalry down here to try and disrupt us. But he may well lose those cavalry now, because there's enemy, well, there's our infantry and our cavalry there, and I think those Sassanid units could be taken out. Over here you'll see Scorpion King has now moved all of his Roman army across the bridge, so he has now established a good bridgehead there. Well, we've established two good bridgeheads there as we've come across the river. Okay, as I say, there you can see, I think both of TR's cavalry units have just been taken out there with a combination of Spark's cavalry and Scorpion King's infantry there. You can see there the infantry there of Scorpion King and the Burgundian lancers there. And you can see Aurelius has thrown a cavalry unit in there. But as I say, I'm glad to say I've managed to get my units across the river now, and I'm starting to move forward there up into the woods. Okay. As I say, I've established my battle formation there on the enemy bank there, if you like, as we move across there. And say a couple of those enemy archer units came out of the woods there, but they've both been routed. Right, let's just pause the game for a second there. Okay, so as I say, you can see here, I've got my shield wall in front of my main battle formation. As you've seen in other barbarian invasion battles, this shield wall is solid. These guys don't get a lot of kills, but they'll hold against infantry and cavalry for ages, tiring them out. So yeah, as you can see my battle formation there, it looks like I'm going to move forward up into the woods there maybe. I don't know if any of you watching this know, but you cannot bring artillery across the bridge. Artillery will not cross the bridge, and it will not cross the shallow water crossing either. So our artillery can just get as close to the river bank as it can to give you the longest range that you can get. But artillery, we can't bring artillery across the bridge or the shallow water crossing. The game will not allow that. And here you can see another one of the Sassanid units routing there. Being routed there, TR brought them down to be aggressive and attacking us there, stop us from establishing a bridgehead, but we've managed to rout those units. You'll see that I'm moving my red Roman army over towards Scorpion King's green Roman army there, where we're hoping to fight, where I was thinking they're better for us to fight side by side rather than being individual attacks there, because we don't know what's in the woods. A lot of enemy troops we know are hiding in the woods there. And you can see Sparks archers shooting there. You can see Bubbler's brought down a couple of his cavalry units there, probably to take out Sparks archers there, like a bang as he charges in there. He's got another cavalry unit there. And it wouldn't surprise me if he charged into the rear of my unit. He may even go for my general unit, because my general actually is stood on the left of that general unit. There you are, that. He's going to go for my general unit. Bang as he charges in there, hoping to take out my general, which was stood on that side of the general unit there. So that was a nice hit there by Bubbler. They're very aggressive there. Now you can see here that I'm moving my Imperial Germanic, or my Imperial German bodyguard unit over there. I'm bringing that across, and I'm going to smash into the back of that Bubbler's unit there that has attacked my general unit there. Okay, now over here you'll see that Spark is bringing his effective against armour axemen across a shallow water crossing as well at this time. So we're bringing more and more of our troops over to this side of the bank. The enemy are trying to be disruptive with their cavalry, but as I say, you can see my fast moving Imperial German bodyguard there moving into that, bang, into that enemy cavalry there, routed it on impact there. I want to chase it down. I don't really want to let it rally, but I need to be careful of that other enemy cavalry unit, because I'm going to be greatly outnumbered if we get into a fight there. Like a bang, there's my cavalry charging there. So there's a bit of a battle going on here, and the enemy cavalry definitely outnumbers my cavalry there, and it looks like it's a spear on spear fight going on there. No one seems to have auto-attacked at this time. Right, as I say, I'm moving my red Roman army forward. Scorpion King being very aggressive. Look, moving forward here over on the right flank of our attacking force there, moving up the hill. As I say, can you see, by having the crossing and the bridge open for our troops to come across, how the battle can continue here? Can you see, rather than just being stuck there? As I say, here you can see we've routed that other cavalry unit there. I think some of Sparks' axemen got involved there as well, so well done to him. As I say, those effective against armour axes are just that, very effective against armour, and cut wide swathes through heavily armoured troops like Roman infantry. Okay, you'll see here that the enemy have got archers in the woods. The Roman archers there, look, shooting into us there, and we don't know what other units are hiding in the woods and where they are hiding. So you can see I'm advancing forward here with my army there, but as I say, there could be berserkers hiding in there, loads of berserkers hiding in the woods there, just waiting to charge out on us. As I say, see, this is the good part of leaving those crossings open now. We don't know what we're coming into. The woods are a great hiding, you know, where so many units are hiding there. There could be about 5 or 6 berserker units right in front of me, ready to attack, that I don't know anything about. But we're still, Scorpion King and myself, still advancing forward here. I'm trying to keep close to Scorpion King so that we can keep our armies combined, just in case we do get hit by a massive berserker and cavalry hit coming out the woods at us or something like that. There you are, see Scorpion King moving forward once again, being very aggressive there. And over here, I'd just like to show you that Spark has been using his cavalry extremely well. He's been scouting the woods on this particular part of the map, taking out enemy units that he's found in the woods there. If you notice there, can you see he's scouting the woods here, just looking out for enemy units that might be hiding there, ready to smash into the flank or rear of our engaged troops. So he's doing a really good tactical move there. As I say, Scorpion King being his usual aggressive self, moving forward here towards the enemy. And as I say, you can see I'm moving my battle formation up the hill as well. But with those spear units in shield wall formation in front of my main battle formation, that's a very strong formation there, as we've seen in other battle videos there. And at the moment, they're shooting arrows at me. Can you see this unit, this combat intensive unit is hiding? Can you see them bop down there? They're just kneeled down there because they're in hiding. But the spear units here, they're taking a lot of archer fire there, but because these shield walls are so solid, look, they can take that archer fire without suffering too many casualties there. But I'm thinking of moving forward again there. But as I say, Scorpion King here, he may well move forward yet again. As we know, very aggressive, very attacking, as we've talked about before. And I bet he's itching just to move forward there. But of course, he's a bit hesitant even because we don't know what's in the woods. As I say, there could be 6 or 7 berserker units ready to jump out on us. Right, here's the Sassanid infantry. Now these are Sugdian warriors. They use effective against armor maces. You'd be surprised on how tough these units are. Oh my gosh. And they are fully upgraded. TR is fully upgraded. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. Plus you've got those golden band infantry that are fully upgraded there, ready to charge downhill. So don't forget that. They're going to get the downhill charge bonus onto our troops. Okay, and I don't know how many berserkers he's got there. I'm not sure even if he's got any berserkers there, or Aurelius there. I'm not sure if he's got any berserkers there, but they are very useful there if he has got them, because they could really cause us a lot of fear factor there and make us rout. Right, can you see here I'm moving my red Roman army over towards Scorpion King's green Roman army there. Okay, because I think it's better for us to fight combined rather than try and fight on an individual basis. Right, can you see the enemy coming out of the woods now? And don't forget, as I say, they've got the downhill cavalry charge. Now Scorpion King's moving even further downhill now, look, so that's going to increase the downhill charge that the enemy have got. Okay, now look how steep that hill is as they come down into us there. There's Aurelius attacking with his golden band infantry, and bang, as he charges into Scorpion King's infantry. You'll see I'm moving my red Roman army over towards Scorpion King to try and support him. I need to get over there quick and set my battle formation. It needs to be set before it's hit. Do you see what I mean? I don't want to get caught while I'm moving. That would be a really bad tactical move, but it looks like I've managed to set my battle formation now there and start throwing missiles into the enemy troops. Right, just to let you know, can you see here I'm going to be overlapped by enemy troops that are going to come around my flank. Okay, can you see that? So I need to turn units to face the threat of those units coming in on my flank there. Okay, so I'll be turning several units to face the threat of that, of them coming in there as they've overlapped my battle formation. But over here you'll see that the enemy have got cavalry in behind us here, ready to charge into the flank of our engaged troops. There you can see Bubbler's got some of his cavalry units. I've got a feeling other units have been hiding there as well. Plus you've got the Sassanid elephants. Make no mistakes, in past barbarian invasion battles, these elephants have been battle winning, coming in just at the right time with a massive fear factor and a massive charge factor that they've got as well. So make no mistake there. You can see here that Spark is bringing some of his chosen axemen over here to try and counter any attack coming out of the woods. So a very good tactical strategic play there, and good teamwork as well there by Spark as he's moving his infantry across there to cover our flank. And so you can see Scorpion King there being attacked now by those golden band infantry, those fully upgraded golden band infantry there. But make no mistake, they would have suffered a lot of casualties from missile fire. There's Bubbler charging a cavalry unit into the flank of Scorpion King's infantry. Right, as I said, over here the enemy had overlapped my spear wall and they are now charging in on my flank. And if you notice there, I've changed a lot of my units there to face the threat there. Okay, you can see there I've turned a lot of units to face that threat coming in on my left flank. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So We've got Bubbler's Roman infantry, and we've got Aurelius's Golden Band fully upgraded infantry charging in on my infantry there. You can see one of my units is already routed there, being attacked by the enemy troops. Okay, and look at the downhill advantage that they've got. You can see the downhill advantage that they've got there by just looking at the ground. Now here you can you see all these dead Golden Band infantry? Okay, they were killed by missiles from my Roman troops before we even got into hand-to-hand fighting. This is the advantage that Roman armies have got on Barbarian Invasion, the amount of missiles that they can throw in. And there's another Golden Band unit, can you see there? That's also suffered loads and loads of casualties. May have taken out a whole unit there by just missiles before they even get in hand-to-hand fighting. There you can see the pilots being thrown into the enemy troops by my troops as well. So as I say, the enemy have lost a heck of a lot of troops just from missiles before we even get into battle. Now over here you'll see that Bubbler's using one of his Eagle units there. Remember, that's a morale giving unit. He's putting it in behind his allies there, boosting the morale of his allies to keep them fighting longer. So that's a nice tactical move there by Bubbler. But as I say, here the Golden Band infantry, fully upgraded infantry of the Alemanni are now attacking us. There, can you see they say victory is certain there? And there you are, you can see the Sugdian warriors with their effective against armor maces. They're attacking Scorpion King's infantry. And as I say, just look over on our right flank there, you've got the Alemanni cavalry of Aurelius, and you've got the elephants, the Sassanid elephants of TR, plus Bubbler's got cavalry there, look. And what they're looking to do is to smash into the flank of Scorpion King's green Roman infantry and rout him from right to left. Can you see? They're looking to roll him up from right to left, but luckily you can see that Spark has brought his effective against armor axemen over to cover our flank. Very good tactical teamwork there, like a bang, as that cavalry of Aurelius charges in to those axemen. And there you can see the elephants coming in as well there. But those axemen are really, really effective. If ever you play Barbarian Invasion, you want to bring these effective against armor axemen, you'd be surprised how they chop up cavalry, they chop up infantry, and they can chop up elephants as well. You'd be very surprised on how well they're holding. Can you see how well they're holding there, even against elephants there? And now you can see them charging. Now I just want to show you a good move by Bubbler. Can you see Bubbler here has got a cavalry unit he's brought in behind Scorpion King's troops. Looks like he's going to charge in. He may well even go for Scorpion King's general. Okay, there's Scorpion King's general showing his back to Bubbler's unit there. If Bubbler smashes in there, he could take out Scorpion King's general, and therefore the army would lose their general morale bonus. But as I say, don't forget the enemy have got the downhill advantage here, and here comes the elephant's going to smash into my infantry formation there. Now you watch the penetration, how far the elephants get into my infantry formation there. Get ready for this, like a bang, as they charge in there. Look at the penetration of those elephants. That one elephant has gone straight through my battle formation. I've charged a cavalry unit in there to try and neutralise that elephant attack, and that elephant unit has now been routed there. So we managed to rout that elephant unit there, but you can still see the enemy purple cavalry, purple Roman right, so Bubbler with his Roman army has just admitted defeat. Okay, so the purple enemy Roman army there was Bubbler's. He's just admitted defeat there. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I got the impression that Aurelius has admitted defeat as well with his Alemanni army. So I think it's only the Sassanids of TRs that are left there now. And you can see there he's still got an elephant unit and still got cavalry units left there. And he's charging them once again downhill. Let's see how he's charging them downhill. But once again, look, he's going into those chosen axemen. And those chosen axemen, make no mistake, the more armour that troops have got, the more that their effective against armour axes bonus works against them. Can you see what I mean? The more armour the troops have. So those heavily armoured cavalry are charging into those axemen, and those axemen's effective against armour bonus there really works well against the more heavily armoured troops. Look, can you see how those axemen are they've just received a downhill cavalry charge from some of the toughest cavalry in the game, but those axemen have still held, chopping those cavalry to pieces there. So there you are. It looks like our team has managed to win. And a lot of players have said to me in bridge battles, the team that attacks first always loses. Well, I just wanted to show this battle to show that the team that attacks first doesn't always lose. And as I say, with the bridge crossing and the shallow water crossing both being left open, the battle was completely open for either side to attack. There you are, some more archers swimming across the river to the other bank there. As I say, I just thought that was quite fascinating, watching those units swimming across the river there. So as I say, I think there's a couple of Sassanid units left, cavalry units left, but if we look over here, this is where I brought my army across here, and you can see, and then moved up here towards the enemy troops. As I say, as you get up here, you can see where the most intense fighting was by just the amount of dead here. Like, as I say, those Golden Band troops lost so many troops from Roman missiles there before they even got into hand-to-hand fighting. I mean, that's the ability of Roman troops with so many missiles units in them. So you have to be very tactical and strategic when you fight Roman troops, because otherwise you will lose most of your army to their missiles before you get into hand-to-hand fighting. Just look at this line of dead all the way across here. That's when those Golden Band infantry were fighting Scorpion King's infantry there. So you can see in there, we can move across to the dead elephants there as well. They were chopped up by those chosen axemen of Spark there. So he did well. And here you can see Scorpion King there. He's got 3 men left in that Imperial Household Bodyguards unit there, including his general. So that just goes to show that he was very, very lucky there. He didn't lose his general. So there you are. You can see there that, as I say, our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. Let's say my one Imperial German bodyguard unit there, very battle damaged. I charged it into that Sassanid unit. I knew I was going to lose, but I just thought I'd charge it in there. It's only got, what have I got, 6 men left. There, did you see that unit glow? That unit has just got a battlefield promotion. Remember, when a unit does well in battle, it gets a battlefield promotion there, and that means that unit's just had a stripe added to it. Right, now here this is how successful our team was. Spark didn't even have to use his berserkers. He's just brought them across the shallow water crossing now, and he didn't even have to use them in attacking the enemy troops there. So it just goes to show how well we did. And as I say, so many people say to me, in a bridge battle, the team that attacks first always loses. Well, there you are, you can see that that's not the case. The first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. I thought this was an exciting battle. I was surprised it was a clear victory, or I suppose maybe average, but yeah, I suppose clear would be fair there. So I'd just like to say well done there to the enemy team. Well done to Bubbler there. As I say, if we get less than 1,000 kills, we're a bit disappointed there, but I thought he played well. And as I say, it's one of the first times he's ever played Barbarian Invasion. Well done to TR with his Sassanid army. As I say, got less than 1,000 kills, so he'll be a bit disappointed as well. And well done to Aurelius, he got less than 1,000 kills, so he'll be a bit disappointed. But as I say, we're all learning Barbarian Invasion, learning the strengths and weaknesses of the faction still, even now. So this is all experimental for us. There you are. Let's see, can you see I've got poor kills there? But if you notice, I was very defensive all the way through the battle. Remember, defensive gets small kills. Now, just like to draw your attention, because you see I got 1,614 men, and I've still got 1,353 men, which means I only lost 261 men in the whole battle. So I just lost, I got good kills there in respect to only losing 261 men. Well done to Scorpion King, got some good kills there with his aggressive attack there with his Green Roman army. Well done to him. And well done to Spark there with his Burgundi army there, got some good kills there as well. So as I say, it's all experimental. We're all learning the weaknesses and strengths of different units and different factions there. So I just thought you'd enjoy this battle. And as I say, so many people say, oh, I don't like bridge battles because whoever attacks first loses. Well, there you go. We attacked first and we certainly didn't lose there. So I hope you enjoyed this battle. Please give us a thumbs up if you did, and see you soon.